Hello everybody, welcome to Real Talk with Ntabi YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being a part of this channel, and if you're joining in for the very first time, please make sure that you click on the subscribe.
Real Talk with Ntabi welcomes you. I am a brand builder, an influencer for your brand. I aim to empower and transform, and I'm ready to talk business when you are. Happiness, it's a choice, and I love laughing. I love life. God is the center, family and friendship. Let's get real.
Today we're going to be talking about an act of kindness. Can you consider yourself to be a kind person? Or actually, do you consider yourself to be a kind person? Are you kind to yourself? Are you kind to other people? That's the question that I have for you. You've got the answer? All right. If you've got the answer, that's great. Let's go on with the topic. So, an act of kindness is doing something great unto others without expecting anything in return. What do I mean by that? When you're doing something great and someone doesn't even say thank you, you don't worry about it. Why? Because whatever that you did it because of the kindness that you have within yourself. It's an act of being a kind person, and it's associated with you as well. Because when you do something that is kind to others, it means you are eventually going to be a good person, or you're going to do good, or you are a good person for that matter. Yes, well, you might argue with that some people can actually be kind, but they are not really good people. Well, that is debatable, but at the end of the day, we are positive and we have a positive mindset that when you do something good, it means that it's a reflection of greatness in you. All right, so let's say, for example, an old man is crossing the street, or an old woman is crossing the street. An act of kindness is helping them cross when obviously they are struggling. They are old after all. So you helping them pass, it's an act of kindness. Or for example, in public toilets or in malls or even at work, for example, that there are those ladies that clean after you when you go to the bathroom, that always wash dishes at work and everything. They do all of these things. An act of kindness is making sure that whatever business that you do in the bathroom, you make sure that by the time you walk out, everything is on point, so that when the next person comes, even not necessarily the cleaner, the person the helper, let me call them the helper, not necessarily them, but someone who's going to walk in, you are kind enough to make sure that they get the environment in good condition. It's something as simple as that. It's an act of kindness, and you being kind enough to think for other people without actually expecting anything in return. So the attitude of saying, it's not my job, I will not pick up that piece of paper because it's actually not my job, that is not an act of kindness, but that is actually being rude. So let's all be kind. I think it's actually the best thing to do, and it's the little things that we do that help us to be kind. And there are some things that happen when you get to do something out of kindness, and obviously with an expectation that you will get that kindness back. Let me make an example. There was a time where someone that I know was in need of assistance with money, so I had to help them. And at the time, I had to play a role of an act of kindness by assisting them, mainly because at the time I didn't need to use that money, but my communication was, okay, I'm going to lend you this money because you are in need and you need to sort out 1, 2, 3, but can you please return it and so date, so that I can also be able to fulfill whatever that I needed to do. Simple as that. That is an act of kindness, going an extra mile, taking whatever that you have at that point, giving someone and helping them, knowing that in return they will help you. But do they help you back? No. Do they communicate with you? No. That is the sad part about it. And that to me is not an act of kindness. And I think a lot of people have a problem of not doing something right or doing right by others. So this is something or a lesson that we can all learn, that you know what, when you do something great or when someone does something good to you, return that greatness by actually being kind enough to help them back when they need help. Let's say, for example, you're walking in the street and then you actually have food, or you're having a pie, or you're eating something, and you see, someone or a street kid looking in the dustbin, looking for food and all that. An act of kindness, it's taking whatever that you're eating, giving it to them with that thing of at least helping them to fill in their stomachs and everything, knowing exactly that where you're going, which is home, there's actually food for you waiting, whether you need to cook or not, whether you're hungry at the time or not. Sometimes those are the sacrifices that you do. And sometimes they will just grab that and just say thank you and then eat, or some they'll just ignore you. They are different. But when you do an act of kindness, you do it without expecting anything much. But obviously there are moments when you are kind, people take advantage of you. So my message is that do not get tired of being kind. But also, people that take advantage of people's kindness, please learn to understand that people are doing some nice things to you because they care and they appreciate you. So do not take advantage of people's greatness, because at the end of the day, they are not doing that to actually feed their ego or anything like that, but they're doing it out of their own heart. And there will be a point in time where you need that kind of kindness again, but you will not find it because you failed to actually be kind to others. With that said, let's all play an act of kindness.